here is one way that you can improve your structural features in AQA GCSE English Language Paper 1. So one of the things that is on the mark scheme is this: a varied and inventive use of structural features. So one thing that I commonly find that my students struggle to do is to actually implement a variety of different structural features. So I am going to give you one structural feature which is my absolute favourite to use, and all of my really successful top grade students use this feature. So the feature is cyclical structure. So first of all, what does cyclical structure actually mean? So cyclical structure means, in very basic terms, that you start and finish your story or description in the same place as one another. So the purest example that I can give you of this is Blood Brothers. So if you're studying Blood Brothers, you hopefully would already know this, but the play starts with the, spoiler alert, the brothers dead on the stage. It then whizzes all the way back to when their mother found out that she was pregnant with them. It goes through all of their life and then it ends with them dead on the stage. That's the curtain call and the end of the show. So you could create a narrative that starts and finishes very purely in the same spot like that, but that is really difficult to do, and is also really difficult to do when you have 45 minutes to plan, write and proofread your work. So here are a couple of ways that you can use a cyclical structure without making it super complicated for yourself. So number one, you can use pathetic fallacy. So start with describing the weather, creating a mood, setting that tone, that atmosphere. Start with that, and then when you come to ending, either your narrative or description works either way for this one, then finish off with a similar use of pathetic fallacy. Number one. Number two, start with and end with the same sentence or something which is very similar. For example, you could use a repeated phrase. So several days had passed since the unrelenting storm of the century ripped its way through the once picturesque village, and then finish that off with, since then the unrelenting storm of the century had ripped such a trivial concern from her. That's another really nice way to do it, and in that case I've sort of moulded the two together. I've sort of done a little bit of pathetic fallacy, and I've also done a repetition of a phrase slash sentence. If you found this helpful, make sure to follow along and bookmark. You can find more tips and tricks like this on my upcoming website and courses. Make sure to follow along so you don't miss the launch.